CES is all about the bold, crazy, and fantastical. And here in the North Hall, I have found probably one of the wildest, craziest things of the show. This is the Mercedes-Benz Avatar concept car. It actually is AVTR, or Avatar for short, but it stands for Advanced Vehicle Transformation. Let's just take a look at this incredible piece of machinery. Now, obviously concept means that this isn't a real thing yet, but it's all about sustainability. So let's go into some of the elements to this wild, crazy car. So we take a look at some of the shapes and the lines, obviously very inspired by Avatar, the movie, all of the natural forms. And this is actually a collaboration with James Cameron's Avatar. You can see with these kind of leaf-shaped seats, they look very similar to those cocoons that the Na'vi would sleep in. Also inside, there are a lot of cool tech elements. Now, as you can tell, there is no steering wheel inside, and that's deliberate because it's self-driving or autonomous. There is a center control panel. You can see that kind of accordion-shaped thing right there that you should be looking at right now with the Mercedes-Benz logo on top of it. Now, what this is, it's kind of your control panel for accessing all of the car's functions. You put your hand on that, it will be able to read biometrics such as your heart rate and control the car accordingly. Also, when you lift your palm up off that, it will actually form projections on the palm of your hand, and presumably to be able to give you some extra levels of control. There's also this display, this projection display, that's giving you some extra information and some of the experience that is to do with Avatar, the film, and of course the sequel coming out soon. It's getting loud and bold in here because this is actually in the middle of a live demonstration of the car. There's lots of people around getting a look. This is one of the hottest things here on the show floor at CES 2020. Let's take a look around the back of the Mercedes-Benz Avatar now. Take a look at these 30 panels of these kind of like, they look almost like scales, and they're reacting and responding to the environment. Now, Mercedes says that these could be used for a number of different things, like working out responses to pedestrians and things like that. At the moment, they just look incredibly cool. This is one of the neatest things that I've seen all show. Obviously, the lights and the range of motion around the back. This thing can go around apparently 400 miles on one charge. But let's take a closer look at the wheels, because this is where the real exciting stuff happens as well. Now, these wheels have been inspired by the shapes of those giant seeds from the tree in Avatar, with the lights and all of the movement. And, you know, they're not just static, they actually work as wheels to, you know, turn. But the most interesting thing about them is that they actually have more degrees of freedom. So it can have like a crab-like movement, and they can also rotate so the car can move not only forwards and backwards and turn, but also move diagonally and sideways, which is kind of neat. And if you saw the Mercedes-Benz press conference, you would have seen this car actually moving like that. It is something wild to behold. But just taking a look at this in real life right in front of me, this is just, it's something else. Now, all of this is sustainable materials. This is all about nature and being at one with your environment. All of these materials, so this is supposed to be a color-changing carpet, and it's obviously not doing it at the moment, but that's the concept behind it. The materials are all sustainable, as I mentioned. There's this particular wood paneling. This is actually apparently a very sustainable, fairly recent wood that has been harvested from Indonesia, and that's used in the flooring there as well. But just the line, this is just like amazing to look at. Just so many curves. Here, the Mercedes-Benz Avatar concept car here at CES 2020, taking your first look at it. It's dark in here. It's kind of amazing to have all of these lights and everything around. I'm going to stay here a while and be at one with my car, because that's the point. It's all about sustainability. It's all about being at one with the machine. Make sure to stay tuned for more from CES 2020 right after this.